Hi, I'm Uta Subbareddy, and I'm currently working as a senior data scientist at Woundtech Innovative Healthcare Solutions. Today, I'm going to talk about wound and episode level readmission risks. Are weeks to readmit? Why do patients get readmitted? How long does it take for a patient to get readmitted? This work jointly collaborated with Nafisur Rahman, Shahid Mohd, Jeffrey Garrett, and Ming Lu, who are also working at Woundtech Innovative Healthcare Solutions. Why to automate prediction of readmission risk? Over $41 billion were spent due to patient readmissions in the year 2011. For wound ulcer specific readmissions, over $250 million were spent on the readmissions that are occurred due to diabetic ulcers, and more than $11 billion were spent on the pressure ulcer related readmissions. And these patients' readmission risk can cause significant increase in cost, and also it lead to federal fines on hospitals for poor clinical outcomes. In this paper, we mainly address some of the critical questions related to patients' readmission risk. What are the factors drive wound-related readmissions? Are patients returning with a new wound or with the same wound to the wound care facility? What is the risk of an existing wound to recur in the future? How much impact does a patient's non-compliance in matters such as wound dressing, diet, medication, compression, and exercise have on patient's readmission risk? What is the overall readmission risk for a patient provided their wound history and non-compliance history? In how many weeks can we expect a patient to end up in a hospital due to wound-related problems? In case of problem definition and challenges, manually assessing the patient readmission risk by clinicians and wound care monitors who go through all the patient's clinical history is a time consuming process. It lack of consistency among these assessors when the group of patients that require assessment is large, and also the reliability on these assessments for clinical decision making is limited. So our goal is to build a model to predict the patient's risk of readmission. Also, for the wounds that possess a high risk of recurrence, we predict the time period during which a readmission event occurs. Our model mainly depends on three data sets such as wound level information, episode level information, and a combination of wound and episode level information. And in the related work, there are a few works have done on the readmission risk. There others have applied simple machine learning models such as SVM and naive Bayes, and the dataset samples are limited. Coming to the dataset details, here we have mainly focused on wound and episode level dataset and a combination of wound episode level dataset. Wound level dataset represents the all the wounds are treated by wound care provider. Like a wound have multiple records. That means a wound recurred in the past. In case of episode level dataset, it represents the patient's wound care episode. Means a patient will have more than one episode. That means a patient readmitted in the hospital. And here the table display the attributes related to wound and episode level data sets and the number of instances. Coming to the wound level data set, here we are mainly dealing with two models. One is related to wound recurrence, and the second one is related to patient category. In episode level data set, we are dealing with the patient category classification, and the combination of wound and episode level data set, we are dealing with the patient category classification. And the bottom row displays the common attributes across both wound and episode level data set. Coming to the feature analysis, in case of wound level feature analysis, we majorly discussed about wound type, wound location, and wound stage feature analysis. So if you look at the left picture, wound type, patients with chronic wounds such as pressure, venous, and diabetic ulcer are high at high risk of readmission. And in case of wound location, patients with low extremity wounds have a higher risk of readmission. In case of wound stage, wounds with full thickness stage is having a high chances of recurring in the future. In case of episode level feature analysis, we majorly discussed about two features: pain level and presence of comorbidity conditions. Majority of the times, a patient's pain level is 11, which can be a primary driver of readmission. Presence of comorbidity conditions. The presence of comorbidity condition is another indicator of high risk of readmission for patients, as these conditions deter healing and also cause new wounds. If you can look at the right figure, all the comorbidity conditions such as diabetes, anemia, smoking, edema, hypertension. So we displace the comparison versus readmitted and a new patient across all these attributes. In this paper, we employ a recent successful model, autoprognosis, mainly used for automating the clinical decision process. Here we integrated the most successful tree-based classifiers, light GBM and CAT boosting integrated into autoprognosis framework. We experimented with three data sets: wound level, episode level, and a combination of wound episode level data set. If you look at the pipeline, we are passing the patient's data to extended prognosis framework, and here mainly the pipeline is divided into four stages. In the first stage, the model is dealing with the imputation algorithms, and in the second stage, we go into dealing with feature selection algorithms. So third stage dealing with the prediction classifier, and the fourth stage is a calibration algorithm. And finally, this extended autoprognosis framework provide a better combination of all these four stages, and it resulted in a better accuracy. So coming to the results, so the wound level dataset results, we use 23 wound level features to build the model, and here we developed two models. One is for a wound recurrence classification, and second one is for a patient category classification, and we achieve the best performance with the autoprognosis model. And we perform five-fold cross validation, and we measured the macro average precision recall F1 score for each model. Table 2 and table 3 displays the wound level results for wound recurrence and patient category classification. Here we majorly we compared with the four models. So one is a logistic regression, light GBM, autoprognosis, and extended autoprognosis models. Coming to episode level and wound level, combination of wound episode level results. So the episode level is nothing but the sequence of patients visits data set provide patient information at episode level rather than wound level. It consists of 39 features to build the models, and in case of a combination of wound episode level, we have total 66 attributes, and we use the patient ID to get the all these common attributes. And table 4, table 5 displays the episode and the combination of wound episode level results, and here also, if you can see, extended autoprognosis model achieves a best result compared with the three models. And we have a second model, patient weeks to readmit prediction. Here we use MAE as a metric to measure the model performance. The minimum number of weeks to readmit is 1, maximum is 15, and average is 6 weeks in our data set. We use the same features that we used for the classification model, and the table 6 displays the MAE result for the three data sets, and the light GBM model results 2.3 MAE for a wound episode level data set. Coming to the conclusion, so here we present the patient risk of readmission model using the extended autoprognosis method. We predict the time period during which a readmission event, that is weeks from the date of discharge. We are the first to perform an extensive set of experiments on a large data set of patients' risk of readmission on wound care data. And extended autoprognosis framework offers accurate readmission predictions and therefore can be practically deployed. Thank you.